Good evening, Acadiana. Thanks for joining us tonight. An abandoned house caught fire in Opelousas today, causing damage to a neighboring residence. Fire Chief Charles Mason says the blaze was reported to dispatchers just before 4 this afternoon. The abandoned house is located in the 300 block of Senal Street in Opelousas. Mason says the home had been vacant for 3 years and hasn't been taken care of properly. Mason says when firefighters arrived, they saw flames coming from the fully engulfed house. A nearby mobile home received heavy exterior damage. The cause is still under investigation. The trial for Derek Stafford, one of the 2 men accused of the 2015 murder of a 6-year-old and the attempted murder of his father, is set to begin this week in Avoyelles Parish. A jury must first be selected. 12th Judicial Court Judge William Bennett says because of the publicity surrounding the case, the potential jurors who know the details of the case will be questioned away from the others. Stafford, along with Norris Greenhouse Jr., pleaded guilty to charges of second-degree murder in the November 3rd, 2015 fatal shooting of Jeremy Martis and attempted second-degree murder of Martis's father, Christopher Few. As of now, the trial is set to be held at the Avoyelles Parish Courthouse. Tonight, power has been restored back to residents in Youngsville after a power outage lasting several hours. According to Slimco's website, the outage affected nearly 300 customers in the Youngsville area near the Vermilion Parish line. Slimco's outage map listed on their website says the outage was reported at 11:30 this morning. Customers were without power for several hours, but it has now been restored. The website reports that power was restored to the Youngsville area before 3:30 this afternoon. At this time, the exact cause of the outage is still unknown. Republicans looking to shore up support for the health care proposal and the House Intelligence Committee asked the Justice Department to turn over any evidence supporting President Trump's claim that Obama administration wiretapped phones at Trump Tower. Roxana Sabria has more from New York. President Trump's counselor Kellyanne Conway told Fox News Sunday the White House will comment on the wiretapping allegation after the House and Senate Intelligence Committees finish their investigations. Well, back here in Acadiana, early voting began this week across Louisiana for the March 25th election. Races in Lafayette Parish include Scott City Council District 1, 3rd District Court of Appeals Judge, and District 42 State Representative. Residents had to register by February 22nd to vote in this election. Voters can cast their ballots early from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Registrar of Voters office. Early voting runs through March 18th. The polls are open Monday through Saturday and are closed on Sunday. Tonight, Creole Inc. celebrated their Creole heritage in Zydeco award ceremony. News 10's Emily John Greco attended the event and has more on why Zydeco music is so important to Louisiana's culture. Tonight, French immersion students from New York State University were in Arnaville for a French language and cultural immersion program. Now, this is the second year NYU students have traveled to Arnaville for the event. The French Students Collective sends students to Arnaville to learn about the French culture here in South Louisiana. The program helps students learn and practice their French with other French-speaking students and residents from the community. French Immersion Coordinator Amanda Lafleur says students will participate in French-themed activities throughout the next week. Lafleur says the group will be making a visit to a Lafayette High School later this week. Arnaville Mayor Kathy Richard and St. Landry Parish President Bill Fontenot attended tonight's French immersion event. The program comes in the midst of a continuous battle over the idea of building a French immersion school in Arnaville. Fontenot says has interest in taking the program and housing it at the former St. Luke's Hospital. The former hospital building has been in the center of a heated debate over ownership. Hospital board, they say they are against the immersion school being housed at the building, but Fontenot says the board no longer has control of the property. Fontenot says tonight's event showcases the need of a French immersion school. Fontenot says the St. Landry Parish City Council will meet Wednesday, March 15th to discuss the topic. The 4th annual Zydeco Marathon kicked off bright and early this morning in downtown Lafayette. The city was sprinkled with runners today as they made their way through the race route. Now, the race began at 7 a.m. in downtown Lafayette. If you were driving on Congress Street, in River Ranch, the Oil Center, or even on UL's campus, you probably saw several runners making their way through the course. The Zydeco Marathon includes a 13.1-mile half marathon and a 26.2-mile marathon. The Zydeco Marathon also offers relay races. Each race is a qualifier for the Boston Marathon. Participants were greeted at the finish line with a Zydeco Marathon Festival held at Park International. Yet another fire sparked by a hoverboard claiming the life of a young girl. Her grandfather speaks in an emotional interview coming up. Well, it was a much nicer day across Acadiana with plenty of sunshine and cool temperatures. How long will that sunshine stick around? Well, let's check in with meteorologist Brooke Silverine to find out. Brooke? To get a little bit of this, I guess we're not quite in spring yet. We kind of skipped over winter, but I guess we're going to get a little bit of that winter feeling over the next few days. But I definitely am enjoying the sunshine and not being so hot all the time, you know?
I'm glad you enjoy it.
It's nice. Well, we'll be right back after this break. A Pennsylvania fire lieutenant is dead after being critically injured in a hit-and-run crash while heading to the scene of a fire. That fire was sparked by a hoverboard and claimed the life of a young girl. Felix Rodriguez Lima reports. Police say Kendall was driving a car that was recently reported stolen. She faces several charges, including vehicular aggravated assault, driving without a license, providing false information, and receiving stolen property. The DA says further charges are subject to an autopsy and a formal investigation. We have more information on the man who hopped the fence at the White House. Details on his charges coming up. The California man who hopped the White House fence and tried to pay a midnight visit to President Trump over the weekend is due in federal court tomorrow morning. DeMargo Morgan has the latest.
How was Lola handling the rain?
Lola is not a rain fan at all. She runs in my closet and does not come out. She won't go outside to use the bathroom. She doesn't like it at all.
Sunshine, definitely.
Yeah, she'll make it through this week on her bathroom breaks for sure. So that's good. All right, well, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see y'all again in the morning.